The canal project is stirring up nationalist sentiments over jobs and prosperity in Nicaragua, one of Latin America's poorest countries. Government says the canal may now create 600,000 jobs, but indigenous groups and others fear their environmental impact. I spoke to the project's HKND's Ronald McLean Abaroa about these concerns.
Panama has reached its maximum capacity and it's been expanded, and in about 10 years, Panama will be at full capacity. So if there is an important increase in trade, international trade, that is projected to be in the order of 240% until 2030.
Let me ask you about the financing here. Hong Kong, Nicaragua, obviously Hong Kong is a part of China. Explain to us a little bit about that relationship and the importance of it.
One important point that has to be taken into consideration, the 60% of the trade, or to the new trade, will be coming from the eastern coast of the United States and the Gulf. And the distance using the Nicaragua Canal vis-a-vis Panama is about 1 day less of navigation. And Mr. Wang Jing has started working in Nicaragua with a concession for telephones, cellular telephones. And he has embarked in this incredibly ambitious project. Now, he is the sole owner of the company, Hong Kong Nicaragua Development.
He owns the whole thing.
He owns the whole thing, and he's launching this. He has put already his own money into this effort.
So he's putting, I mean, this is a $20+ billion project.
Probably closer to 40 billion. This project at this point is, high risk, low probability perhaps for a lot of people, very few people willing to go into that. His vision is this is going to be the most important project in this 21st century.
There's a fairly big lake in the middle of Nicaragua that this could or could not go through.
No, it will go through.
Explain to us a little bit about why that's controversial and what's going on there.
So actually the Lake Nicaragua, which is about 50 kilometers wide, is the great advantage. That's why we don't go through Costa Rica, build a canal there, because a third of the canal would be already on the lake. So it's now there's concerns about ecological effects and impacts of that. But the technology is there to mitigate and remedy those effects. So it's a big project. It's controversial because there are a lot of doubts, and we have a lot of doubts because we are now embarking in the feasibility studies. The feasibility studies give us very good signs that this is a very viable and interesting and profitable project. But we are, say, 10% of what we would like to have in terms of having the definitive studies conducted and finished. U.S.
and Asia trade is a very big deal, and that's part of the big reason why we're building, you're proposing and trying to build this canal. Tell us about the growth rate of the trade between the East Coast and Asia, and what the timeline is for this canal to be built.
You have to remember that Mr. Wang has put together a star team of people. We have the best of the best in consulting, both in economic and financial and environmental people. We have the best people advising the strategy here in Washington. So this is a dream team, so to speak. Now, it's very costly. It's going to take at least a year to have the definite numbers. Once the numbers are there, Mr. Wang is going to go into the market and to seek international financing. And once that is on the way, we can start thinking about starting building the canal. That is going to be probably about most probably 2 years away from now.